How's it going, guys? Honcho here with another squad video. Okay, so version 3.2 is being dropped as of tomorrow, and with it comes a bunch of fixes, changes and optimizations. I'm quickly going to run through the two biggest changes from this update and then pick out a bunch of smaller bits and pieces that you guys may also be interested or excited about. I will be including a link to the patch notes down in the description below. So first up is a huge change to AntiTank Mines. All combat engineers have been given an increase in mines in their inventory. Conventional forces will now have 3 mines, Australia have 4 mines, and irregular factions will now have 2. On top of this, you can now dig back up a mine if you aren't happy with its placement, so you can move it, or simply put it back into your inventory. And to make things even crazier, if you find an enemy mine, so long as it is the same type as yours, you can dig that up and steal it. Now this only works if you have the space for the mine in your inventory, but the fact that you can yoink someone else's mine is amazing. Now before you all start getting out your pitchforks, OWI have made some changes to the proximity fuse of the mine. They now will only detonate when a vehicle's track or wheel drives directly over them. So whilst this means that there will be more landmines on the field, you're literally going to have to drive right on top of one to detonate it. You know, there's going to be that one combat engineer who doesn't realise he can dig his mines in. He's going to litter it entirely with mines, and it's going to look like a scene straight out of Ukraine. Next up is a change to the KPVT 14.5mm HMG that you would find typically on the BTR-80 and the BRDM. Their damage has been increased from 170 to 220 per round, and their rate of fire has been increased from 400 to 600 rounds per minute. They have also adjusted the weapon's overheating, so you can now fire off at least 2 full magazines and then some before you start getting any signs of overheating issues. Now some of the smaller changes, we've got things like a bunch of infantry kits have been given frag grenades, vehicle launch smokes have been changed, the TLAV Canadian APC no longer requires a crewman kit to operate the turret, but we also have a refresh to the UI, including the compass having a more cleaner and minimal style. A high precision bearing mode has been added for players using a mortar, and we now finally have a marker to place on map to indicate an enemy vehicle repair station. There's been a bunch of optimizations added as well, so fingers crossed some of you guys will see an improvement in your FPS, and there's a huge list of general bug fixes, ranging from floating grass and foliage on Balea to the Aussie Grenadier being able to fire all 3 smoke grenades without actually being reloaded. Now like I said, there are tons of small fixes and changes, and I'd literally be here all night reading out each and every one to you. So the link to the patch notes are in the description down below. What do you guys think to the changes to the landmines? Feel free to let me know in the comment section down below. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next video.